Welcome, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is day 39 of the tip of the day. So on this tip, I'm going to go back to what probably I talked about like a couple of tips ago, maybe 36 or 37. I read this piece from Nature of Personal Reality from chapter 13, where I said there's a table, right? He says on the left side of the table, a state of grace is health, wealth, white, Christian, and out of grace is disease, poverty, Black, not Christian. And then he says, using the first diagram, that it is good and morally superior to be Christian, white, wealthy, and in excellent health. Now, though this does not appear in the diagram, the word male can also be added to the list of preferred attributes. So that's a limiting belief that it is good or we are superior if we are, especially in the United States, because if you look at the history of United States, other than the Native Americans, the history of the past 300 years or so is that people that were white and Christian, Protestant, and that's where somewhere he also says something about it is more about being Protestant. So to me, that also implies, so as Eckhart actually says about this like very plainly, he just says that we all are born with a sense of lack and incompleteness. But when I read this, I feel, so if a person is Catholic and white and male, even they are going to experience a sense of being inferior to somebody who's white and Protestant, so, and male. So the most superior class, like if you have a caste system, like in India, there's a caste system, right? The most superior caste system here in the United States would be Protestant, white, male. That would be the most, and wealthy would be the most superior. Now, added to this, what I feel is one of the things that we end up with. Now, I gave the comparison of if you were a male Catholic, white, you would feel inferior. So what about women? Women, then it's a blanket statement, whether you're Protestant or Catholic or any other religion, whatever skin color you are, we are going to feel inferior. So you don't, that's why I feel that this, one of the insights that I had was that's why feminism does not work, because, or has not worked so far, is because all the women, and you see that with me, like I will not celebrate Women's Day. This is a bit of a sensitive topic. I will not celebrate Women's Day. And I'll tell you why a little bit later as well. So I don't celebrate Women's Day because even that, now if you see this in the United States, and I know in the 1950s, 1960s, whenever the women's movement started, there was a huge movement to promote women, right? Even that did not work, because even till today, people talk about inequality at work, is because we are still coming, if you look at the vibrational energy, and it is back to the vibration, if we are, this is the mass belief, right? The conditioned pattern of United States is you have to be male, wealthy, white, Christian, Protestant. That's what is superior. Everybody else, whether you're a woman, you're white, you're wealthy, you are going to feel inferior. There is going to be that underlying sense of lack and incompleteness. So realize that why is there a sense of lack and incompleteness? And that's why the feminist movement will not work until we all get into this, you know what Dr. Joe says, relaxing the heart, awaken the brain. So until we get into this heart coherence, until we know of this oneness, that we are looking at this male, female, black, white, whatever it may be, right? Brown, we're looking all of that at the level of the human, but at the level of the one consciousness expressing itself as who we are. It doesn't really matter. Consciousness is not gender specific. We may, you know, that's another conditioned pattern. We keep saying he, the God, right? We give a he to the God. To some, it's like that white bearded male in the white clothes and white hair. But so we've given that he again to God, but that's consciousness is not gender specific. It is not neither male or female. The male and female is once we take the human body, we are becoming whatever this body is. For all I know, so one of the things in Set Speaks, Set says we are living 7 lifetimes at the same time. You never know. My other lifetimes, I may be male, and another lifetime, I may be female. So it's not that identity. We need to lose that identity. And this is where I learned from Eckhart that he said, I don't know how long back he said, but he said, when he is sitting in the chair giving a talk, he's a spiritual teacher. But when he's at the grocery store, he's just a field of presence. That is such an incredible lesson that all we are, if whether you're male, you're female, whatever race, no matter what we are, the more we can sit back and actually be that awareness and operate out of that awareness, operate out of that loving kindness, that relax in the heart, awaken the brain, that brain and heart coherence, the more we can be that oneness and know the interconnectedness of things, the more things will come to us. All these limiting beliefs. And I'm going to read more from this book because I found it really, really eye-opening, right? There's so many things he talks about in Nature of Personal Reality, but be that field of presence. That's my tip for today, that don't fight for things, don't fight for women's rights. That's going to be another video, War as a Mindset. But know that we are all coming from a sense of lack and incompleteness, and the collective consciousness of the United States. If you are in the United States, then that is that white male wealth is and Christian Protestant is superior. That exists, and we have to rise above all of that. With that, have a fabulous day. Many blessings, much love. Take care. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for watching. Grateful for the support.